Welcome to Colombia! Today everything is about frequently asked questions. Hi everybody, my name is Frank. I'm Swiss living in Bogota since over 4 years and I'm running a travel agency here in Colombia. Today we are hosted by Fatima Hostel. There are actually two in La Candelaria. This one is more the quiet one for more older people. It's more of a boutique hostel style with private rooms, double rooms, triple rooms, just 2 dormitorios, and it's actually very nice. They offer yoga classes, painting classes, and you have a very nice common area, a good kitchen, and it's one of those nice colonial houses. Really a nice place. Today I'm going to answer frequently asked questions which I encounter during my advisory process with clients, or I receive on my social media or on YouTube, and let's go through them. And always the first and most important question is Colombia dangerous? And this is a bit of a tricky question because it's yes and no. In the tourist areas, Colombia is totally safe, much safer than many other Latin American countries, even safer than some cities in the United States. So don't worry if you're traveling around Colombia. If you go the Coffee Triangle, Bogota, Medellin, Cartagena, Santa Marta, that's all fine, that's all good. I have another video where I show the more dangerous zones in Colombia. It's Pacific and the borders and stuff. But you know, Colombia is very big. It has the size of France and Germany combined, or for our US viewers, it's the Texas and California combined. Colombia is huge and most of the parts are totally safe. So no problem with safety, and the crime rate also, it's not like skyrocketing, it's an average Latin American country. Just be careful and you will be fine. What language is spoken in Colombia? Most would say Spanish, and this is also true, but there are also over 80 indigenous languages spoken in Colombia. But main language is Spanish, and yeah, that's what people speak here. Also, for example, in Providencia Island, they speak Creole, which is a mix between Spanish and English, something. It sounds like English, but you don't understand it. It's very funny. Do I get along with English? I have to be honest and tell you, Colombia is probably the country where it's most difficult to get along with English, because most Colombians don't speak English. If you're going to hostels, usually in hostels you'll be fine. If you go to hotels, still in many hotels people don't speak English. In the best hotels, of course, in some boutique hotels, but still, English is very little spoken in Colombia. What is the currency? In Colombia, you pay with the Colombian peso. Don't bring dollars, don't bring traveler checks, don't bring Swiss francs or euro. Here, you pay everything in Colombian peso, and the best is get it out from an ATM, a cash dispenser, cash machine. When is the best time to visit? This is also a very tricky question because Colombia can be visited all year over. There are no seasons. There is rain season and dry season, but the temperature is depending on the altitude. And depending on what you want to do, you might come during rain season. Main tourist seasons are from December to March. And then Colombians usually travel after Christmas till the 15th of January. So everything will be packed and more expensive. Easter week will be super packed, and the public holidays also Colombians use to travel a lot. But besides that, I travel all year round, and it really depends on what you want to do, on what time of the year you want to come. For people who want to have dry season and little people, I advise November and until the 20th of December. That's the best time with little tourism, little activity and dry weather. What is the best way to get around in Colombia? Flying, bus or car? Colombia is very big and driving in Colombia is a bit difficult. There are no real highways and average ground speed is 40 kilometers an hour. I usually advise people taking the airplane because you don't want to lose a lot of time when on your holidays. How long should I travel to see everything? If you want to see everything in Colombia, you will need traveling for months because Colombia is very big. There is so much to see and there are many regions that are difficult in terms of accessibility and travel time can be quite high. If you're planning to come for 2 or 3 weeks, that gives you a good first impression. You can see some stuff, but you're far away from seeing everything. Do I need a visa? Most visitors from most countries are not required having a visa. When you arrive to a country, you will get a stamp. This is valid for 90 days. You can prolong it for another 90 days. And with this, you can travel a lot. If you want to stay longer than 180 days in the country, then you will need to apply for a visa. How good is the health system? Colombia is known having one of the best health system in whole Latin America. There is also medical tourism developing a lot. People coming to Colombia for making their teeth, their boobs, their asses, or also like surgeries. The level of professionalism in healthcare in Colombia is very good. Do I need any vaccination? If you need vaccination or not, that depends totally on where you're going. Colombia is a tropical country and you have many areas where you have malaria, yellow fever, dengue and Zika. For malaria and Zika there is no vaccination. Yellow fever, yes. Dengue, more or less. If you go to the Amazon, yes, you should have yellow fever. If you go to the Orinoquia region, the Llanos, then you should have yellow fever. Also around Tayrona Park, Santa Marta area, it's advised to have yellow fever vaccination. We wrote a blog about this. You can check it, Medical Advice Pelecanos, and there you will have a table, a checklist, and you will see right away where you should have vaccination or not. How much does it cost? Usually people ask me when we talk about traveling and working on an itinerary, how much does it cost? And I always have to tell them, it depends on you. Colombia is for backpackers, very cheap traveling around. Also, Colombia is one of the countries with most hostels all over, but also the luxury sector is developing more and more. Today you have a great Four Seasons, you have near Cartagena or in Cartagena, you have very expensive hotels that costs you $500 a night, and then you can have the suite for $2,000 a night. You can have private helicopter, private airplane. So it really depends on your itinerary. Usually what I say, when you travel all around the country, you should have between $1,000 and $2,000 a week for a couple to have a decent itinerary. But really, it depends on you, what you all want to include and what level of luxury you want to live during your holidays. Can I rent a car in Colombia? Yes, you can rent a car in Colombia, but I'm certainly not advising it. If you really want to rent a car, my advice is get a 4x4 and the SUV. Traveling Colombia by car is very annoying. Average speed is very slow. Traffic is very annoying and also very unfriendly. And I think if you're on a short holiday in Colombia, better hiring a driver because you don't want to get annoyed by driving yourself. Don't lose energy during your holidays. Get yourself a driver, better than driving yourself. And then also a question, but I ask it myself because people don't know about that fact. Is there warm water in the shower? You need to know also in Bogota, which is very cold, many people still don't have hot water. If you go to the Caribbean coast or wherever you have hot weather, hot climate, usually there is no hot water. Also in regions with cold climate on 2,000, 3,000 meters, people are not used having hot water. Today, boutique hotels and hotels that are working with foreigners, they have more hot water, but it really can happen if you're organizing your trip yourself or you go bird watching a little bit away from the normal tourist sites, that you encounter a shower just with cold water. Don't be surprised if you find yourself in a situation with no hot water. That can happen, but it's improving. That's it. Frequently asked questions in and around Colombia for people coming here. Thanks for watching the video. I'm always happy having you on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. And if you have more questions, write them down in the comment section. You will find more information in the description section. I hope you liked that video. I hope to see you soon here in Colombia, or at least back on the channel soon. All the best from Bogota, yours Colombiafrank. Bye bye.